Welcome back, everybody. Today we got another Kevin Samuels classic. And trust me, this one goes left fast.
Here.
Brittany. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes. What? How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm good. What did I get wrong?
You didn't get anything wrong, Mr. Samuel. I actually became privy to your YouTube channel from a friend of mine, a male friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
We are just platonic friends, and we are been talking about heavily about this subject about submission and the white collar Henry, blue collar Henry
Mm-hmm.
situation. And my biggest argument about some of the women that even work amongst us, because he's 38, I'm 31,
Mm-hmm.
and we work around a lot of older females, probably late 40s, early 50s, even some 60s. We're in the medical field.
Ooh, I'm sorry. My generation. Ooh. Let me. Are you prayed up? You stay prayed up?
I stay prayed up. I stay
You
prayed up.
around them Generation X women? Oh Lord, I'm 51. Oh Jesus. Hold on. We need to get the blessed oil out and cover this sister in the blood. She is working with Generation X black women in medical field. Sweet
In the
Jesus.
DMV area.
Ooh, in what area? In DMV?
The DMV area.
She is working around,
Yes, sir.
and you're in the medical field,
And I'm
right?
not a local here.
Are you in medical field?
Yes, sir.
Medical
I
field in
am.
the DMV area, working around. Oh Jesus! The only
And the
thing
federal, and I work for the federal
I was
government.
gonna say, oh Jesus, it gets worse. The only thing that could be worse, it could be federal, like the TSA. This
Yes,
child,
yes.
we need to make sure that
Not supervised. I'm a local manager.
we need to make sure that the angels dip her in the blood so that angels can so the spirit of death can pass over her every day. So Lord, holy Jesus, woo!
Well, I appreciate, the blessings and prayer. But this is one of my biggest arguments day to day, only because I get a lot of pushback just from being a younger supervisor
Mm-hmm.
and dealing with some of my older employees, just basic, you know, cooperation,
Right.
just basic guidance. Just follow a policy, follow a guideline. And, I feel like the sense of entitlement with age sometimes becomes a precedence to some ladies to where they feel like, oh, I've been there, done that. And they
Now I want to be
hold
clear. I want to be
themselves in a
clear. I
higher
want to be
regard.
clear though. These women are under you outrank these women at work.
Yes.
So they would need to be in submission to your authority at work.
Yes.
And they still have a problem with it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be, there's different levels of leadership, but that's an ongoing issue within our department is submission to leadership. It could be a man, it could be a woman, but it's especially harder for younger female individuals to, align with these ladies just to get them to comply.
Well, let me ask.
So
Let
when
me
we're
ask you.
on the subject of
Let me ask you this.
Mhm.
If do you have the radio or anything going on in the
You have a
background?
radio? No, I just need to probably stay still.
Yeah. Okay, and a YouTube channel and stuff need to be muted in the background. How about are any of these? Would you say the majority of these women are single or married?
I could. We have a mixture, but the majority are single.
Okay. All right. Now, if you're a younger person managing older people, it's always tricky. Uh, but you said that you guys have been having these conversations at work.
Right at the lunch around the
Okay.
the watering hole around.
Well, tell me about the. Tell me
Like
about.
when
Tell
there's
me.
water cooler
Yeah,
conversations.
tell me about some of the most heated ones that have happened as of late with the ladies.
The most heated conversations have been, like I said, me and my counterpart were friends, and we have these very intellectual conversations. But the current ones have been about some of the things you mentioned in your YouTube
Mm-hmm.
channel, and about black men being a prize, uplifting our
Mm-hmm.
black
Mm-hmm.
men, and taking a deeper look at self. If you're trying to gain these high value men and things of that nature, what are you bringing to the table? Are you taking a deep look within yourself
Mm.
and trying to bring out the attributes that you can, be able to proposition with? Because if you have nothing to proper position yourself with, it's like playing the slots with the dollar bill and
Right.
expecting a
Well,
million
I will
dollars to
tell
come
you,
out
have
of
you
it.
told any of them to come watch my channel?
I
And I
have.
guarantee you they're going to say this. In some particular order. Who hurt him? Um, or probably gonna throw that he gay out there. He looked gay. I get a lot of that from Generation X single black women because
Right.
those women know that if we were in the same room, there's no way in hell I would even entertain talk. I'd be polite, but there would be no way a relationship would happen. You're 31. You still have a future.
Listen.
A lot of these
Right.
women don't.
Right. And that's why my counterpart had actually, made me aware of your YouTube channel because, I was kind of on the whole not independent woman thing because that actually I am looking for somebody that of value
Mm-hmm.
that suits me and that I would want to be with. But, as most women in our generation, we kind of get,
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Yeah. You know.
so over involved with the wrong things about trying to build ourselves up and trying to, level up and then present ourselves. And then we lose track of time.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I have my really good friend was like, B, you don't have a lot of
Right.
time.
Right.
I'm just letting you know you don't have a lot of time left. You're very beautiful. You have all of this going for you.
Oh, how fine
Single, you
is
don't have
you?
any
Hold on, hold
children.
on. Let's see if we can't get you done. How fine is you?
I would probably,
Okay, let me
I
ask
would
my question.
rate
Let me ask
myself
my question. Let me ask
comfortably.
my question. How tall are you?
I'm 5'6",
What
5'7".
size dress? What dress size?
I'm a size 8 in a dress.
Okay. No, that's fine. See, over 5'6", I will see. I believe in dress size 6 or under for 5 foot to 5'4", but around 5'7", 5'8" is 8 or under. 8. 8 is fine. Pam Grier was a dress size.
And I cap out. I cap out at everything. I'm a size 8 and I'm 157 pounds.
Now that can be worked on at your height.
Right.
Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you say most guys will put you as far as beauty?
About a solid 8 to a
All
10.
right. Yeah, women often rate themselves differently than men do. So here's the thing: do you have any children?
I'm gonna be 100% with you. I rate myself at a solid
Cool.
7. Makeup can a solid 7 naturally. Makeup can range me from a 8 to a
Are you familiar with
10
the? Are you
based
familiar
off
with
of
the?
an enhancement.
Are you familiar with the woman Pam Grier, the actress Pam Grier from the '70s?
I
Okay,
am.
Pam Grier. Are you familiar with Thelma from Good Times from the '70s?
I
Thelma
am.
is a 7. Pam Grier is an 8.
Oh, well, I'm Pam
Okay.
Grier, so
Okay.
I'll put
All
me
right.
Pam
So,
Grier.
like, if anybody's still trying to rent, Jane Kennedy Dorothy Dandridge, those look like 9, 10. I use older women because of the classic. This is back in the day where women were very natural. I don't use newer women
Yes,
because,
to enhance
right.
beauty, not to
So,
change.
do you have any children?
I do not.
Ooh, 31, no children. All right, in the DMV area. Why ain't you married yet? What's going on with all that fineness?
Military background.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I knew it was coming.
I no longer active duty.
Oh, sweet.
I've been out over 3 years
Have
now.
you exorcised the demon of strag out of you? Now, seriously. Military is probably, you've heard my show about the
I
military.
have.
Join my group.
I
Join the
have.
group, the mix, because here's the thing: a lot of black women ended up having to get what they have in this world through the military. It is not a
You are
death
absolutely right.
sentence, but I have dated many. If you've heard my show in the last couple of weeks, I've dated many attractive women from the military.
Right.
And
And we have a stigma. We really do. And it's
well,
true.
I
Miss
did a show where I
Samuel.
said, "You gonna drive to my gated community?" No, there's a cubby up front. Leave that shit there. You are not coming on the grounds with that
You're right.
bullshit. I was dead ass serious. I'm not kidding.
I get it all I used to get it all the time. I look totally different outside of my uniform versus
But
on regular
well, if you're
clothes.
not active, that's good. One of the best ways to get women like yourself who are in the military to get into your feminine better is get around other women, because men can say it, but when you start seeing other women who do it, know how to carry it, y'all say stuff with each other that you really wouldn't say to us. So I'm gonna leave it there, but in the chat room there is a link to my group on Facebook called The Mix. All you have to do is tell your age,
Mhm.
your current marital status, and then what you're kind of looking for. And you have to have a profile picture just so I can verify you. It's a group of like-minded folks over there. So,
That's fine. I tried to update my
mm.
avatar, but
Are you? Did you already apply?
oh
Okay.
no. I'm just talking about my
Okay. No, no. This is on
YouTube
Facebook. This is on
avatar.
Facebook. This is on
Oh, okay, no
Facebook
problem.
because it's a completely different thing. And this Friday in the mix, we're gonna have our first drive-in movie. We watching Love Jones together. Mm. We having a Love Jones
Okay.
watch party. All right. Well, joint.
But I would like to can I touch
Go
on one
ahead.
more
Go
thing
ahead. Go ahead.
before
Go ahead.
we
You got time.
so about the submission thing, and I come from a two-parent household. My mother and my father were not married, but
Mm-hmm.
my father lives in Europe and he's military backgrounds as well, but his wife is
Mm-hmm.
Icelandic. And he's on his second wife. His first wife was
Mm-hmm.
German, and my mother's husband is also prior military, and she's
Did you
been
say
married
your
over
wife,
20
your
years. So
mother's
I'm in,
Icelandic?
no, my
Okay.
stepmother
Go
is.
ahead.
Yeah. But my biological my mother, she's also married to a retired
Mm.
military guy,
Okay.
but she's been married over 20 years. So even though my biological parents weren't together, both of their situations
Okay.
were, marriage. And so when you had the conversation about where you brought up to be a housewife, where you ever taught how to be a housewife, I think that was really important, you asking those questions, because that does lay the foundation of how you were brought
Mm-hmm.
up and how you're taught. Um, no matter what the stipulation is, I understand, you have different childhoods or households that have a level of discipline and things of that nature, circumstances. But the foundation of a child seeing that no matter the struggle or whatever the situation may be, but they have a partnership amongst the mother and the father, that weighs heavily in so many
Mm-hmm.
ways, because I have friends, and since I've moved to the DMV area, I've networked around a lot of different women,
So
and
what
I
was
can
so
see the
what was your
difference.
question? Because I'm kind of getting lost in the question. Or are you just making a statement?
Sorry. Well, I was just saying with the submission thing, I think women get it
Mm.
wrong when they talk about they shouldn't attach it as a negative stigma.
Okay. People are saying they hear an echo in the background, so I don't know what it is. Do me a favor, mute the YouTube channel that you have in the background or any other windows. The only thing that should be open is Zoom. And then I'm asked to unmute. And if you're on Bluetooth or on speakerphone, please take it off. Okay. While you're doing that, I'm gonna say something to the women in the military. It is not a death sentence, but it is something that you're gonna have to put serious focus on. We had one sister who was the attorney. Yeah, I'm here. Let me say something. I had one sister on here that said she went after her college career, her degree and her career with a passion. You need to go after femininity and finding a man that way too. So go ahead, Brittany. You want to finish what you were saying? All right. She's doing something in the background. So people are where they are, guys. So one thing that does not help in these situations is when women come to these places and they know they have things that they need improvement on, just co-signing saying she's masculine, she's this, she's that. She knows that. Um, I think you guys need to ask yourself a question. Do you want to see the women who have a will to get better get better? I'm a big person on good faith. And that's why my Facebook group is completely different than YouTube. I can't control what happens over here. That's why I really don't look in the chat room a lot. But some folks, man, y'all sound like y'all just like beating. I mean, just ha 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 ha. You messed up. Ha 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 ha. And look, man, I ain't about that.
This conversation was unique because the caller wasn't asking for dating advice right away. Instead, she described the environment she worked in and the conversations she overheard every day. As a 31-year-old supervisor with a military background, she explained that managing older employees sometimes came with resistance, particularly from those who believed age alone should command authority. That workplace dynamic eventually led into a broader discussion about relationships. One of the more interesting parts of the call was her observation that many of the women around her frequently discussed topics such as high-value men, dating expectations, and whether black men are the prize. She also noted that many of these coworkers were single. Rather than focusing on those individual women, Kevin used the situation to make a broader point about influence. His argument was that the people someone spends the most time around can gradually shape how they think about relationships, even if they don't realize it. Kevin also reminded the caller that, at 31, she still had time to make different choices. His point wasn't that her future was predetermined, but that she shouldn't assume the same outcomes she observed around her were inevitable. He encouraged her to think intentionally about whose advice she accepted and whether those people had achieved the kind of relationships she hoped to build herself. When asked why she wasn't married, the caller pointed to her military career. Military service can bring unique challenges, including frequent moves, demanding schedules, and long periods away from home, all of which can affect personal relationships. That part of the discussion highlighted how career paths can sometimes delay or complicate dating without necessarily preventing successful relationships altogether. What made this conversation compelling was the reminder that environments influence people more than they often realize. Workplace conversations, friendships, and everyday social circles can gradually shape beliefs about dating, marriage, and what to expect from relationships. Whether those influences are positive or negative often depends on the people someone chooses to learn from. The biggest takeaway from this discussion is that while careers and environments can shape opportunities, individuals still have the ability to choose which voices they allow to influence their long-term decisions. Being intentional about those influences may be just as important as being intentional about choosing a partner. Drop your thoughts below. Do you think the people you spend the most time around influence your views on dating and marriage more than you realize?